AEW, all in London, Wembley Stadium. What an amazing show. Welcome back to another video. Today is something different. It is me reviewing AEW All in London, Wembley Stadium. The show kicked off with MJF and Adam Cole to face against Aussie Open for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championships. And wow, I was a bit shocked that this was the first match itself as well, off the main thing. But I guess that makes it more better for MJF and Adam Cole, as they're going to be main eventing later on. Quite interesting that they were the first match as well, because, you know, one of them could have got injured and that would have affected the main event. So the match itself, that was it was a good match, I'll say. I don't want to say it was an alright match. It was a good match. It was entertaining at times. Did get a bit slow, but it was a bit too quick for Aussie Open itself, as they were the tag champs. But you know, what can you do? At the end, MJF and Adam Cole won the tag titles to make it more interesting for the main event itself. Okay, so for the second match, it was Jack Perry versus Hook for the FTW Championship. I'll be honest, I wasn't really bothered about this match. I'm not great fans of both of them, but they can get in the ring. They can do well in the ring, and not much happened in this match. There was some highlights, like Jack Perry coming out in like a limo, getting busted on his arm as well by Hook, giving him a suplex on the front window, and yeah. So, like I said, not much happened. As soon as they got in the ring, it was a bit boring. They did bring in some weapons, like a trash can, but not much. And at the end, Hook took back the title. Okay, so now the match that kicked off the main show, CM Punk versus Samoa Joe for the quote-unquote real World Championship. Apparently, there's been reports that Jack Perry and CM Punk have had their disagreements, but other than that, you know, that wasn't the main concern. Yeah, this match was great. Both CM Punk and Samoa Joe seemed like they were having fun with Wembley, and it seemed like the crowd was more into Samoa Joe than CM Punk. CM Punk mocking John Cena and Hulk Hogan definitely was some highlights. Also getting bust open, and also Samoa Joe doing, or tributing, I guess you could say, or mocking Hulk Hogan. Other than that, it was good. I was kind of rooting for Samoa Joe to win the title. Don't know why, it just was. And yeah, so CM Punk actually retained the title. Crowd went wild, and yeah, good match. Right, so the 6-man tag match between the Golden Elite and Bullet Club Gold and Kota Ibushi. Now, I'm not really a great love of like 6-man tag matches. This, however, I did react to this a couple of times, but I think it wasn't as entertaining as the past matches besides Jack and Hook. And yeah, it wasn't really just my type of match. Like I said, I really liked 6-man tag matches. And at the end, surprisingly, Kota Ibushi, I think, rolled Kenny Omega after he hit a V-trigger to Jay White, it might have been. And pretty shocking how they won. And yeah, quite a boring match, I guess. The next match was FTR versus Young Bucks for their AEW World Tag Team Championships, and straight out the bat, this was a great match. Started off with Technician and worked his way from just super kicking and suplexing and pile driving and just hitting any move necessary. And these guys did it for the third time, and soon as the match progressed, it looked more like the Young Bucks were going to take the win. I wanted FTR to win, and obviously at the end, FTR hit the Shatter Machine. At the end, we saw FTR wanted Young Bucks to shake their hand. Young Bucks chose to walk away. So I don't know if that's a heel turn, don't know if they're telling it bad. It's question marks at this point. Stadium Stampede match. Oh my god, wow. This match was just brutal. Like, my goodness, it was. Oh my god. Still so much blood, so much cool moments. Like, Penta giving, I think it was Santana, a powerbomb or sunset flip from a ladder into two tables. And also, Penta also putting, I think it was chopsticks in John Moxley's head, and the fact that they were even like hanging out of his head as well was just, oh my, brutal. This match was entertaining, definitely a violent match for tonight, or for the night, I should say. And the finish came when Orange Cassidy wrapped his fist in duct tape, put it in a bucket of glass, and Orange punched Claudio Castagnoli. And this match was a entertaining and great match. Fatal 4-way match for the AEW Women's title. This was a great match. I was really excited for this. Going into this match, I was full on supporting Saraya, hoping to win. And so many great moments of this match, like Saraya walking out with her family, having We Will Rock You by Queen as entrance music. And straight out the bat, this match started well. And soon in some part, that was like middle of the match, maybe at the start, Toni Storm accidentally punched Saraya's mum, and of course that got Saraya very angry. And then later on the match, Saraya did hit her finisher. Don't know what she calls it now. I think it's called the Rampage. Really, it used to be called that, but I don't know what she calls it now. On Toni Storm, her best friend, and gets the win. I don't know if this is the end of the Outcast, but really wholesome moment for Saraya, and great end to her story. Right, next match was Darby Allin and Sting versus Christian Cage and Swerve Strickland in a coffin match. And just to think that Sting over 60 now, I think, going into this match and wrestling the way he did was just nuts. Expecting this to be his retirement match, didn't happen. Who cares? It's Sting. We gotta make it last. Also, to think that Sting and Christian Cage were both in the same match, also nuts. Seeing Christian Cage walk out the TNT title, saying it's his title, who cares? It's Wembley. Seeing these guys is amazing. Obviously, the match was entertaining. Darby doing some crazy moves, like landing back first on the coffin. Really horrifying to watch. And later on, Darby and Sting do a move that shut Strickland in the coffin. And they won. Also, Sting coming out with Metallica was pretty sick as well. Alright, so the next match was a dream match between Chris Jericho and Will Ospreay. This match, if you didn't know, Will Ospreay is my favourite wrestler. And to listen to that, to watch him at Wembley, amazing. And to listen to sing Judas and listen to over 80,000 people, it's just outstanding. The match itself was amazing. Probably another 5-star classic. Some scary spots like Will Ospreay getting German suplexed outside. And obviously after the ending, Will Ospreay hits the Stormbreaker on Chris Jericho and gets the W. Right, so the next match was House of Black versus the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn for the trios tag titles. Straight away, House of Black came out, fireflies were everywhere, and a tribute to Bray Wyatt with the lantern from Buddy Matthews. That was amazing. Getting the ring, Acclaimed, doing their thing, rapping, throwing up the scissors, doing their amazing entertainment. And then as soon as the spell started, it was a great match. It was really good. And there was no disqualification, I think it was. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. That was the stipulation that they claimed wanted. And there was some highlights like the Acclaimed not beating up, but doing their finisher on Julia Hart, which was amazing to see. And later on during the match, get to see so many good spots, and then obviously, well, not obviously, but at the end, the Acclaimed finally won the AEW Trios Tag Team Championships. Great moment and a great match. Now it's for the main event. This was for the AEW World Championship. It was MJF, the champion, versus Adam Cole. It was quite interesting because both these two won the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships, I should say. So yeah, it was quite interesting. They both made their grand entrances. MJF on a throne, or I guess a throne, and then they both started the match with putting on Better Than You Baby shirts, and then kicked off the match. So here's the thing: later on during the match, it was total, I'll tell you what I mean by that in a bit. But in total, the match was very long, which was kind of a good thing, I guess. During the match, both hit the double clothesline on each other, and they both pinned each other. Therefore, it was a draw. But Adam Cole asked for 5 more minutes, and MJF said that isn't enough. So he gave them more than 5 minutes, basically, to restart the match. And yeah, that was a great match. Well, part 2, I guess, of the match. And there were spots where MJF was going to hit some moves on Adam Cole, but he didn't want to. But Adam Cole did it himself, like a tombstone on the table and a brainbuster on the steel steps. Nearly at the end, Roderick Strong got involved, low-blowed MJF, wanted Adam Cole to hit him with the belt, and Adam Cole couldn't do it. Therefore, MJF rolled Adam up and got the pin and the victory. MJF retained, and Cole was crying, and there was a moment where we were expecting Adam Cole to betray him at the end, but that didn't happen, and it was announced that Wembley, AEW All In would return in Wembley Stadium next year on the 25th. So yeah, that was the main event. It was really good.